Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's edition of No Eyes Needed. Well, tonight, at least for me. Um, Coming in with a new game that has come to my attention called Iktah, and it's a great little RPG, idle kind of incremental game. So, it's got some really cool elements and characters and everything. But I'm going to do some videos kind of featuring some of the questions and things that I've seen asked a lot on the Discord. And for tonight, I'm just mostly going to be introducing the game and letting folks know what this is. So, if you're liking what you see or you want to discuss things more, specifically what we talk about here, go ahead and look up the Discord. It'll be on in my show notes in the links. This is gonna be, there is a Discord for Iktah, but so I'll try to include that link as well. But if you want to sort of specifically kind of focus more on, some of the things that I actually talk about or whatever, or No Eyes Needed stuff in general, then I will put the No Eyes Needed Discord up as well. That will be in the links. So keep an eye out for both of those, or an ear, should I say. And let's get started.
Idle Iktah. Inventory. Heading.
Okay, so here we are. And the first things that, a little bit of background. As I said before, it's kind of a one of those incremental idle games, where you kind of build your character as you go, etc. Lots of different crafting options and things here, and ways to advance your character. Unlike, for example, Home Quest, which I have done before, where it's a bit more linear. There's kind of a very clear path. This game, I think, is a much wider world, even.
Words. Volume. Not audio ducking. Speaking rate. 60%.
I'm just gonna
35. 50%.
Put the speed at a
Volume. 100%.
more normal rate for most people. Who might not use speech as fast as some of us. Because not everybody is a speed listener. So, anyway, that said, lots of skills, lots of ways you can develop your character. And a lot of very interesting characters. I am going to try to leave more of the character stuff for y'all to explore, because I think everybody ought to give this game a try and, go for it. So, what fun is it if I spoil all the little cool bits? So today we're just going to talk about how you get started, because this is where I find some people
Toggle
have
hell.
trouble.
Items in current bag. 1 of 0.
You start out with a little chat between a couple. I I get the impression that they're married, but I could be wrong. And they're, chattering about your
Cora,
arrival.
anywho. Tap down there to open the skills menu. Fortified leather. 10. Image. An
You end up
illustration of a
with-
gray map next to white text on a gray background. 10.
So you end up with being given at the outset fortified leather, because the first thing you got to do is have something to carry stuff in. When you get there, you're kind of empty-handed, so yeah, not cool to be empty-handed in a new place and all of that. So Cora is really cool and helps you out with that.
Combat. But
And you get
fortified leather. 10. Image.
fortified leather.
An illustration of a gray map next to white text on a gray background. 10.
I'm gonna turn
Vertical navigate. Describe
Describe.
image. Describe images off for idle Iktah.
images off. I think that is a good general mode for those playing with voiceover. And we get fortified leather, and she says the first instruction is that thing about tapping down on the skills menu. Because the first thing we got to do is make a bag.
Combat. Equip. Skills menu. Button. Skills menu. Cora. And let's head over to the craft corner.
Okay.
Crafting. Button. Smithing. Button.
So there are,
Cora. And let's head over to the craft corner.
at this point, a couple of things you can do.
Craft. Smithing. Cooking. Alchemy. Woodcutting. Mining. Fishing. Gathering. Button. Gathering.
So there's kind
Button.
of 8 main things you can do. We need to craft
Cooking.
this bag so we
Button.
can carry the stuff that we
Crafting.
acquire.
Button. Crafting. Crafting. Heading. Toggle help. Cora, looks like you're set to make tools. You'll need to switch over to containers.
Okay.
Craft corner. 6 XP change selected crafting type for recipe selection. Current selection. Tools. Button. Image.
So we need to go to containers.
Change selected crafting. Heading. Talk. Cora, then just change the recipe to the bag we want to make. Craft corner. 6 XP change selected crafting type for recipe selection. Current selection. Containers.
Okay.
Button.
So
Image.
we're making containers.
Crafting. Level 1 crafting. Start crafting. Button. Showing inventory count. Reagent 1. Red fur logs. You have 0. Reagent 2. Copper axe head. You
Alright.
have 0.
So clearly we're in the wrong spot. But we've chosen
Reagent. Choose crafting
type
recipe.
of item we need to
Button.
make.
Showing inventory counts. Tap to show costs.
So we can have it show either how much of something we have or how much we need.
Choose crafting recipe. Button.
Choose crafting recipe. This is what we need to do to get our
Choose
bag.
crafting recipe. Cora, I'll help you make this one. So don't worry about not being skilled enough.
Usually this bag that we're going to make is a much higher level bag.
Go back. Button. Requires level 5. Button. Requires level 8. Requires large bag. Image. Button. Requires requires level. Button. Requires level. Containers.
Okay,
Button.
we're back.
Jewelry. Button.
It's a little different here.
Requires level 60.
When I first started, it was a huge bag that you got, but
Button. Requires
you need a
requires large bag. Large bag. Crafting. Toggle. Cora. Great. Now let's make it. Craft core. 4 sec. Change selected crafting. Level. Start crafting. Button.
so we're gonna hit this start crafting button.
Now crafting. Large bag. Stop crafting. Crafting. Heading. Toggle help. Cora, now that we've got you a bag, go to your inventory to equip it. Craft corner. 3 seconds. Change selected crafting type for
So-
shop button.
Down here
More settings. Inventory button.
is the inventory.
Inventory. Inventory. Head. Toggle help. Items in current bag. Cora, just grab your new bag. Ellipsis. Large bag. 1. Large bag. Go back. Large bag X1 rarity. Capacity. Large bag X1 rarity. Uncommon.
So it's a fairly uncommon thing because it's not the easiest thing to craft. If Cora hadn't been helping us out, we wouldn't have been able to do that.
Capacity. 25.
25 items is the capacity. Now, the quirk of game bags, like, and this is no exception, is that you can have as many of any given item in a bag as you want. But when it says capacity 25, that's unique stuff.
Equip
unique
bag.
items.
Button. Equip bag. Button.
We're going to equip that.
Equip bag. Tap to continue.
And Cora is going to tell us some...
Cora, see, that wasn't so bad. Just take it easy out there. And I'm sure you'll be Arthur. Ha. Cora. Arthur.
I'm going to
Arthur. Good luck, kid. You're gonna need it. Tap to continue.
try to skip
Tap
over
to
some of this
continue.
chit-chat, but you want the chit-chat, you gotta play the game. Because, yeah. Like I said, gotta leave you something to discover for yourself, right? Well, there'll be much to discover, but because with this, like I said, I'm going for more of a issues I've seen people have, trying to target that. So, as well as introducing folks, but
Tap to continue.
Here we go.
Inventory. Heading. Toggle help. Items in current bag. 2 of 30. Sort type. Buck. Red fur logs. 1. Image. Haste T. 1. Image.
so somebody actually gave us a red fur log and something called Haste T.
Huge bag. Image. Combat. Button. Huge bag. Image.
And where it says huge bag, the last items on the inventory screen are always the bag that you have. I'm gonna take this Haste T.
Haste T. Haste T. Go back. Bookmark item. Haste TX1 rarity. Epic. Duration. 10 minutes. Delete item. Consume potion. Button.
Potion.
Consume potion. Inventory. Heading. Toggle help. Items in current bag. 1 of 30. Sort. Red. Huge bag. Image.
Okay, so it calls it, we're crafting a large bag, but I guess because Cora did it with us, it
Combat.
turned out huge
Button.
or something.
Skills menu. Button.
So,
Skills menu. Journal. Button. Journal. Button.
Cora also gave us a journal of things to do.
Journal. Journal. Toggle help. Skills progress screen. Explore. Cook 10 blue gel. Avail. Explorer's mark 0.
Explorer's marks are things you can use to advance.
Cook 10 blue gel. Available. Button.
We've got
Create a copper dagger. Available. Button.
cook some food and
Requires 2 explorer's marks. Button.
build something and make something to defend ourselves, right?
Settings. Button.
So I am gonna cover
Shop. Button. Inventory. Skills menu.
a little
Skills
bit
menu.
about
Journal. Button.
the things you need to do for the. We're gonna start with the dagger. That's the one that
Crafting.
most people
Button.
have the hardest time getting started with, it seems like. So, what we need to do, of course, for a dagger,
Gathering. Alchemy. Button.
you need metal, right? A copper dagger,
Fishing. Cooking.
you're
Button.
gonna need , 2. Mining. Button.
Mining. Button.
There it is. 2 mining. 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 2 you're gonna need to have metal to.
Mining.
You're gonna need the copper.
Mining. Heading. Settings. More. Skills. Equipment. Combat. Copper ore. 0 in inventory. Switch mining. Unlocked at level 3. Button. 4 XP / 3 seconds. Copper. Unlocked at level 3. Button.
Something is unlocked at level 3, and I can't remember what that is.
Mining.
But
start mining.
we're gonna go
Button.
ahead and
Now mining. Copper. Stop mining.
mine for some copper.
Switch
ore.
mining. Copper ore. 3 in inventory.
And Joe is got to go to the bathroom. And yeah, that's my household. And what I get for not warning that I was gonna be recording a video. You turd. So yeah, a little background there.
Shop. Button.
I am going to turn the actual
Inventory.
music
Button.
and everything
Level
back
2.
on for this. Ooh, level 2. I made level 2 while that whole thing was going on. I'm going to turn the music back
More
on.
settings. Go
and
back.
the sound
Button.
effects and all of that, because
Turn music on. Music on. Turn music off. Turn sound effects on. Sound effects on.
that
Turn
is
sound
a
effects
part
off.
of the-
Help pop-ups. Button.
You can play it with or without both the music and sound effects, but I like at least to have the
Plus
sound
1
effects.
copper or 2. Go back. Button.
So we're gonna go back here.
Go back. Button. Turn mining. Heading.
And now you can hear that
Level 3.
we're mining, and we are now mining level 3.
Go back. Button. Tools make the work go faster, but they aren't required. Most tools can be made with the crafting skill. Okay. Button. Okay. Mining.
So
Heading.
a little tip there about using tools, which we'll come to later. For now, we're gonna switch skills.
Settings. Inventory. Skills menu. Skills menu. Journal. Button.
And we're gonna go
Craft. Woodcutting. Smithing. Button.
and find smithing.
Smithing. Smithing. Heading.
And now that we've got the ore, of course, we gotta make it into something that we can actually shape.
Toggle help. Forest. 1 XP / 1. Change selected bar type for recipe selection. Level 4.
Oh, we just leveled up again.
Smithing. Level 1 smithing experience. Change selected bar type for recipe selection. Current selection. Copper. Button.
So we
Image.
already are using copper bars.
Start smithing.
We
Button.
need to actually make some copper bars, because right now...
Choose smithing recipe. Showing inventory. Reagent. Copper ore. Product. Copper bar. You have 0.
Yeah, we kind of have 0 copper bars. We can't
Choose
make
smithing recipe. Button.
a dagger with that one.
Selected fire log. Start smithing. Button.
Oh yeah. Another element here.
Selected fire log. Hemlock logs. Number in inventory. 0. Burn duration. 0. 05. Tap to change selected fire log. Button.
So
Image.
we don't have any hemlock yet. So actually,
Choose smithing. Reagent. Copper ore. Level 5. More settings. Button.
So yeah, we need to get that.
Setting. Shop. Inventory. Skills menu.
'Cause
Button.
My memory is
Skills
when I
menu.
first started.
Journal.
When I
Button.
did this the first time, I ended up using that red for a log and
Craft. Smithing.
wishing I
Button.
hadn't. So
Wood cutting.
we're gonna
Wood
get
cutting.
some logs.
Wood cutting. Top 3x unlocked at level 3. Wood cutting. Start woodcutting. Stop woodcutting.
Some hemlock logs. Eventually, we'll be able to make axes and things, but for now, we're just gonna do it somehow. I'm not sure how you actually do woodcut without an axe, but somehow we're doing it.
Maybe you borrowed somebody else's.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're borrowing axes or something, I don't know. But eventually we'll make our own, and
Level 2.
yeah. We got enough.
Hemlock logs. 24 in it. Plus combat. Button.
So now we're gonna
Skills
flip back
menu.
to smithing.
Skills menu. Skills menu. Button. Describe images on for idle. Describe images off. Mining. Button.
I love it when my device decides to
Cooking.
not do what I
Button.
want.
Smithing. 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 Button.
What's wrong with my...
Start smithing. Button.
For some reason, it's doing some funky things.
Level 3.
Oh, we're level 3 woodcutting now.
Now smithing. Smithing. Heading.
And we're gonna make up a bunch of bars, because we might as well. Now, we're taking a pretty active hand right now, but when you get going, you'll be able to actually not be in the app. Like most idle games, you'll be able to, walk away and do your homework or your regular work or whatever else. Go wash the dishes, etc. And live the rest of your life, and when you come back, whatever you left your character doing, they will have done a bunch of, depending on how long you walk away for.
Toggle help. Forest forge. Show how long it would take to use up all the reagents.
So the reagents are just a fancy word for the ingredients, the things that you use to make the item.
3 meters 24s. Show how long it would take to use up all the reagents.
If I sat here and yammered for 3 minutes and 24 seconds, it would use up everything we had.
1 XP change smithing.
But
Level
in
1
the interest
stop
of
smithing.
time
But selected
not
fire
sitting here
log.
doing the same
Hemlock
thing
logs.
forever.
Stop. Choose smithing recipe. Button. Choose smithing recipe. Go back. Button. Level 2. Copper gloves unlocked.
Ooh.
Button. Copper dagger. Image. Copper dagger.
And
Smithing.
copper gloves.
Heading.
Sweet.
Show how long. 3x. Change smithing. Left. Start smithing. Button.
So I chose from the recipes. In other words, the thing you can make. The options for things you can make. I chose from those, and now
Selected fire log. Hemlock logs. Number in inventory. 19.
we
Burn
still have
duration.
19 hemlock
0.
logs in inventory,
Tap
so
to
we're
change
fine.
selected fire log. Choose smithing recipe. Button.
And we've chosen the copper dagger, which is going to require.
Showing inventory count. Reagent. Copper. Showing inventory
I'm
counts.
gonna
Tap to show costs.
switch to cost
Show
mode
cost.
here.
Showing costs. Tap to show inventory counts. Reagent. Copper bar. Recipe requires 1.
So you need 1 copper bar, and you get
Product. Copper dagger. Recipe makes 1.
so 1-to-1 ratio. Here we go. We're gonna make
Choose
some
smithing
copper
recipe. Selected fire log. Start smithing. Now smithing. Copper dagger. Stop smithing. Setting. Inventory. Button. Skills menu. Button.
Okay, I'm gonna
Com.
stop
Product.
smithing.
Reagent. Showing. Choose smith. Selected fire lock. Stop smithing. Action stopped. Start smithing.
You can stop and start.
More settings. Button. Set. Inventory. Skills menu. Inventory.
So just like with the bag,
Button.
we're gonna go into our inventory.
Inventory.
Actually, no. We're gonna do it this way.
Skill. Equipment. Button.
We're gonna go to equipment.
Equipment. Equip food. Button.
We don't have any food yet. That's the other thing that we're gonna cover next.
Boot spot. Ring spot. Button. Leg spot. Button. Glove spot. Button. Shield spot. Button. Body spot. Weapon spot. Button. Image.
But we're going to, like most RPGs, you have equipment slots, places you know, wear or hold things. Our weapon is going to be
Weapon spot. Copper dagger. Image.
that copper dagger that we just made.
More
Let's
settings.
Go ahead now
Button.
and deal with the food situation. So for the food situation,
Shop. Inventory. Button. Settings. Inventory. Skills menu. Skills menu.
back to
Journal.
skills.
Woodcut. Smithing. Mining. Button. Cooking. Button.
Most of your main actions that you perform are going to be here.
Cooking. Cooking. Cook. Toggle hat. 3 XP unlocked at level 3. Cooking. Level 1 cooking experience. 0/63.
No, actually, I did that wrong.
Inventory.
So that's something.
Skills
we're gonna
menu.
be- I
Button.
space. The actual place
Skills
we want-
menu. Journal. Gathering. Alchem. Fishing. Fishing.
is
Fishing.
to fish.
Heading. Tennis. Tilde 5 XP/6 seconds. Unlocked at level 3. Fishing. Level 1 fishing experience. 0. Start fishing. Button.
So what do we get for fishing?
Switch fishing. Resources for fishing spot. And inventory counts. 0 bluegill. And 0 sunfish. Combat. Button. Resort. Switch fishing spots. Button. Start fishing. Stop fishing.
So switching fishing spots is something you do as you level. And I should be getting some fish here coming. There we go.
Moneycard. 4 minutes of
I
fishing.
need
Level 1 fishing experience. 10/63.
10 I need 10 bluegill.
Settings. Skills menu. Combat. Resources for switch fishing. Stop fishing. Button. Resources for fishing spot. And inventory counts. 6 bluegill. And 0 sunfish.
So we have 6 bluegill so far. I need 10.
Switch fishing. Resources for fishing spot. And inventory counts. 7 bluegill. And 0 sunfish.
You get, you basically get each item, each of the resources. As you level, you're able to get the next resource. Bluegill is first.
Combat. Resources for fishing
Probably
spot.
have
And inventory counts. 11 bluegill. And 0 sunfish.
11 bluegill, so we have enough fish.
Skills menu.
Now,
Button. Skills menu. Journal.
we're
Button.
gonna go to the cooking.
Craft. Wood. Level 2.
As we've just reached level 2.
Mining. Button. Cooking. 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 Cook's camp. Toggle help. Cooking. Cook's camp. Heading.
Cook's camp.
3.
Okay.
Unlocked at level 3. Cooking. Start cooking. Select. Choose cooking recipe. Showing in reagent. Blue gel. You have 17. Product. Cook blue gel. You have choose cooking. Selected fire. Cooking. Start cooking. Now cooking. Cook blue gel. Stop cooking.
So we're gonna cook up these bluegill. Then we're gonna look at how to equip food. Because in combat, you're gonna need to have food. Food is how you kind of evolve. You know, you not evolve. You heal your health in combat. So cooking is gonna be an important thing. When I get out of this video, what I will probably do is fish a butt ton of bluegill and cook it up, and then that will set me up to show you guys a little bit about combat in the next video.
Selected fire log. Start cooking. Button.
But we are
Selected fire log. Hemlock logs. Number in inventory. 0. Burn duration. 0. 05. Choose cooking recipe. Showing inventory counts. Reagent. Blue gel. You have 11. Product. Cook blue gel. You have 7.
So lots of wood cutting is gonna happen. I'm gonna have to do some wood
Settings.
cutting right now.
Inventory. Skills menu. Skills menu. Speech off.
I'm just gonna whip through this part. And mute the speech and chatter at you while I wood cut. Okay. We're gonna cut some more hemlock. It's pretty easy to tell what is going on. Okay. Hydration is a good thing, people. Yeah, so you'll want to make sure to have plenty of stuff cut when you start cooking. Cooking and smithing both are, especially at the beginning, fairly wood intensive. Something that somebody said on a Discord, or actually it was a website, that I would say is definitely accurate. Everything ties into everything. Wood cutting, you might not think, well, for, smithing and cooking, in a lot of games, it's just like, you need that particular ore, or that particular fish, or whatever. But here, you actually need, for example, the wood for the fire. So there's a lot of interdependence, a lot of everything, of things that rely on each other. As you get further along, having good gear, crafted, smithed, etc., potions, will help you to have better, have better gathering and and mining and resource acquisition. So that's an important thing to think about. Is that nothing is Nothing in this game exists in a bubble. Everything relies in some way or other, or maybe not necessarily relies, but is affected by everything else. So I think we have enough freaking bluegill. Or not bluegill, wood. I think we have enough wood. So I'm going to stop that for now. You could actually no, I'll just keep it going while I switch gears. Because then I'll get to level 5. Yeah. Which is pretty epic. So we're gonna actually... Yeah. So we have 56 hemlock logs right now. That is gonna be enough to cook the rest of this bluegill. So we're gonna go over here. And back over to cooking.
Speech on. Cooking. Level 1 cooking experience. 21/63.
21 of 63.
Start cooking. Button.
And I need to charge my braille display, apparently. I will do that later. But it might beep at me. So, we're gonna start
Now cooking.
These bluegill.
Cook bluegill. Stop cooking.
While we continue to cook these bluegill.
Select. Choose. Showing. Reagent. Product. Cook bluegill. Inventory. Skills menu.
We're gonna
Button.
go back down here to the bottom to the skills menu.
Skills menu. Journal. Button.
And if you remember at the beginning, we looked at this. We had a journal that we looked at a little bit.
Journal. Journal. Toggle help. Skills progress screen. Button.
The skills progress screen will tell you how far you have come in all of your levels. So every skill there is, it'll show it right there.
Explorer's Mark 0.
Explorer's marks, you'll get these for these quests.
Cook 10 bluegill. Available. Button.
Such as the cooking of 10 bluegill.
Cook 10 bluegill. Available. Button. Cook 10 bluegill. Cora. Image. Catch fish at the pond. Cut wood to make a fire. Cook the fish on the fire.
So these first ones, she's telling you how to do things too.
Cook bluegill 18/10.
We got plenty of bluegill.
Explorer's Mark +1.
We'll get 1 explorer's mark for that.
Cancel. Complete journal entry. Button.
And we're going to complete it.
Complete journal entry. Journal. Heading. Toggle help. Skills progress. Explorers. Cook 10. Explorers Mark 1.
I don't know why it didn't do the...
Cooked. Create a copper dagger. Available. Button. Create a copper dagger. Available. Button.
I may have made a slight mistake here.
Create a copper. Cora. Image. Mine copper ore. Cut wood for the furnace. Smelt the ore into a metal bar. Form the bar into a weapon. Copper dagger 7/1.
Oh, okay. Well, I have plenty of them. So even though we did equip one already.
Copper dagger. Copper dagger 7/1. Explorer's Mark +1. Cancel. Complete journal entry. Journal.
There we
Heading.
go.
Toggle. Skills progress. Explorer's Mark 2.
So that is that.
Cook. Battle basics. Available. Button.
And I'm going to set up for battle basics, which will be the next...
Requires 3 explorer. Battle basics. Available. Button.
the next area that we go into. So I'm gonna go cut some wood and fish up some bluegill. Get myself ready with that. Have that all ready to go. And I will see you in the next session. As I said before, feel free to join us on the Discord, and also, chime in if you got questions or whatever. Feel free to speak up. And do the whole, don't forget to share this, like it, subscribe if you are so inclined. And yeah, we'll see you
Requires 3 explorers
in the next
marks.
session
Button.
with Battle Basics.
Control Center. Speed.